If you're thinking about upgrading your studio, especially in terms of lighting for your live streams and any of your videos that you're doing in your home studio, stay right there because that's what's coming up today in this episode of Learn to Live Stream with Miss Eileen. We're talking about lighting and other gear that you can use to take your broadcast to higher ground. So, before we get started, I want to give a shout out and a thanks to my friend Andrew Hatchett. Andy is the person who told me about the lighting that I want to share with you today. And this is a snapshot that I took with my phone of the light that I want to talk about. And this is from a place called Viltrox. Now, you'll notice that it's a flat light and it's also relatively small. You see there in proportion to my Logitech C920 webcam. So, the light is from a place called Viltrox, Viltrox. Of course, you can get them on Amazon. That's where I purchased mine, and the links will be in the description of this video. And you can also always go over to my Amazon shop to check out all the latest gear that I have. Now, I like this light, and I'm so glad that Andrew told me about it, because what you can do is you can dial up and dial down the brightness settings on the Kelvin scale. And when you're at 100%, you're replicating the natural sunlight. So sometimes in the studio, I want to start filming when it's dark out, and especially when the time clock goes back and it starts getting dark really early, as by the time I get home from work, it's already dark. So I don't have the advantage of the natural sunlight. So this light will fill in that gap. And I'm also probably going to get an additional one just to have on the other side. So the other cool thing about this light is that, I was looking yesterday for my AC adapter for the light, and I found one that I can use, but I then also did some further research on YouTube University, like you're probably doing right now, and I found out that it also can take a battery pack, and the battery pack that I found was about $20. So it's really affordable. And I love the fact that it's small, and with the battery pack, that enables you to take it outside so that you can do any of your filming that you're going to do outdoors. So that is the Viltrox lighting. So I wanted to also share with you guys really quickly that yesterday there was some problems with YouTube Live, and I was doing it from my phone, and consequently the stream got cut off. And I've been hearing a lot of issues with the live streams over here, and I guess it's just that so many people now are going live. And I don't know, with the changes and the updates that YouTube is making, if that also has an impact on it, because one of the things they did introduce now is this new community tab. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there's a community tab that is also seems to have made some changes to what's going on at YouTube, to the point where, the live streams aren't really being able to maintain their integrity. So I actually had to switch over to Facebook. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, because I love YouTube. YouTube is my first love when it comes to video, especially live video. But one of the reasons why is because of what I'm getting ready to share with you. Not that. I picked the wrong screen. Okay, I did want to screen share, but I forgot to adjust what I'm sharing. So just bear with me for 1 second. There we go. This is why, because my peeps are here. Tish Rosales, and I didn't even get a chance to, let you guys know. And I thought it's so early in the morning. Tish is here and Yankees Outdoors Adventures. Yes, it's 7 a.m. here as well. Barb T is in the house as well. So I'm so glad that you guys were able to make this early morning live stream. I really appreciate you and always appreciate your support. So, even though we had the issue with YouTube yesterday, I wanted to just come back on here and just do a quick recap of some of the other gear that I'm adding to my live streaming tool belt. Okay. So, and this iPhone 8 Plus. Okay, I picked this up yesterday from the AT&T store and I absolutely love it. And I just wanted to let you guys know about the way it works. And that is, of course, if you're not familiar with it, in the past we were able to use a 3.5 millimeter jack for our earbuds, but we no longer can do that. We have to use the lightning adapter. Okay. That's this flat one. Let me get this in a place where you could definitely see it. All right. And it's the one that you've always used to charge your iPhone, but you also need to use that now for your earbuds. So, I was lucky that I actually already had one, even though one did come with my purchase. So, the other thing, and this could have also had something to do with the interruption of the live stream yesterday, because I was actually using the phone, and it is the AirPods. So I just wanted to show those to you really quickly again as well. And with the AirPods, I have to remember everything is reversed. With the AirPods, let's see if I turn one of these lights off that I have, if that makes any difference. You can see here that what'll happen is, because my phone is not turned on, you don't see the little green light. Oh, there it is. There's the little green light. And so these AirPods are really convenient. And I think that my main use for them will be when I'm in the gym. And as soon as I put these in my ear, I guess it works from the motion and it realizes that you've put it up to your head, and I hear a little like a little tone to let me know, yep, they're activated now and you can use them. And I'm sure I can also connect them to my Mac. Now, I had the iPhone 6 Plus, and I can also connect these to the iPhone 6 Plus as well. So that's a nice addition to the tech family. I did a podcast episode over on Anchor this morning using these, and the sound was pretty good, I gotta say. But I see the chat room swimming along, so let's check in with my folks over here. Okay. Oh, so now you gotta buy new earbuds again. Tish, are you saying that the stream is breaking up again? And Barb said, congrats on my new phone. I do almost nonstop caffeine, helps my headache. I drink a lot of coffee. Yes, I actually 5-hour energy is my thing. So I put the earbuds up, and hopefully that will stem any issues that we may be having. So let's see. Okay, so can somebody type in and let me know if the stream is still strong? I appreciate that. Let me see if I see there. Okay, there's still 4 people here, so that's a good sign. And I see it over. Okay, I opened up YouTube and I see myself over there. So, okay. All right, so let's move on to the next little piece of gear that I want to tell you about. And that is I was talking about the earbuds, right? But when you want to improve the quality of your audio on your live streams, because we talked about the lighting. Okay, great. Thanks, Barb. We talked about the lighting, and then we've talked about the using the iPhone 6. I'm sorry, yeah, the iPhone 6 Plus and the iPhone 8 Plus. And so those are fantastic tools for live streaming, okay? But the other thing that you want to always consider when you're doing a live stream is your audio quality, and especially when you're out and about. And uh, this next piece of tech that I want to share with you, I've talked about it before, but it never gets old, and that is this Rode Smart Lav Plus mic. And if I can remember that everything is reversed, by the time I do that, we'll probably be done with this live stream. Okay, so that Rode Smart Lav Plus mic is invaluable for me. In fact, I had damaged the first one, and I didn't want to send it back because it was really my fault. I stepped on it or something like that, and I broke it. And I ordered another one, because I've had gear before in the past that had a little mishap, but I wouldn't replace it. I would get something similar or an upgraded version, but not when it came to this Rode Smart Lav Plus. I just went and got another one of these. And I was really concerned because the Rode Smart Lav Plus actually has that 3.5 millimeter plug connection, which is the same as the old one earbuds. And also this would work with an Android phone as well. I definitely need to say that because I originally started off with an Android phone. I don't want your Android folks to feel that I'm not thinking about you. So yes, and Yankees is over here saying that he has Galaxy products. He's been in business they have been in business creating electronics since the 50s. And so, yeah, you can't beat that. You're right. I mean, they were out way before Apple. And his first Galaxy was a CB radio. Oh my gosh. I remember when CB radios were really, really popular. And there's a lot of folks now that are even still talking about them. So anyway, let's get back to this. I was concerned. I was like, am I going to be able to still use my Rode Smart Lav Plus with this new phone? But lo and behold, Apple did think of that, and they knew that a lot of people would be annoyed that they couldn't use their old earbuds. So when you buy the iPhone 8 Plus, and I'm assuming even the 7 and the 7 Plus and 8, you also get this adapter. It probably comes with the 10 as well. And this adapter just handily snaps right on to the Rode Smart Lav. And with that live stream that I did yesterday, this is what I was using for my audio. And it just ups your gain a bit. And even for the AirPods, and I'm starting to think, guys, that it was the AirPods that's causing the problem. So I have them closed up and they're over there. So even though it didn't cause me a problem on Facebook yesterday. So this is really cool that you don't have to buy this piece. It comes right with the phone. So I was very, very happy about that. So the last thing I want to show you this morning is the charger. And this charger is, I'll show you the box first. It's from Belkin. And it's simply, something that you can use with your iPhone 8. And you just lay it down on the charger. Oh, I'm sorry, I picked up the wrong thing. I want you to see it. How cute it is. And it's like wafer thin. It reminds me of a pancake. In fact, I've eaten pancakes that were bigger than this in the past. I bet you have too. Don't laugh at me. Don't judge. And I think the phone needs to be in contact with inside of this ring, the back of your phone. And it charges up. And you know what? In fact, you would think that because of the case, because I love my outer box cases. That's the other thing. If you guys remember years ago, I did a YouTube video about the outer box case, and that's probably to my today one of my most watched videos ever was about this outer box case. I love it so much. And so, it was no contest when I was at the AT&T store about what kind of case I was going to get, but I just actually took the phone out of the case so you can see that it has, it's glass, and that's why I immediately put it inside the outer box. And it has a little bit slicker looking background. Let me see if I can grab my iPhone 6 Plus. I can. It was a little out of the shot, but that's okay. Thank you. Hashtag Eileen Cute. Thank you, Tish. In fact, let me put up, while I'm doing this, let me put it up and make sure I'm sharing the right screen this time. Hey, there you go. How far away can I be from my cell phone device with that microphone? Oh, great question, Yankees. Okay, hang on. I got the outer box almost off of the iPhone 6 Plus. And I'll grab that as well. It's not that far, and I don't know the measurement of the cord, but when you go on to Amazon, it'll tell you how many feet it is, but I'll just demonstrate to you really quickly as soon as I get this off first. So that question is coming right up. So let me go back onto webcam, guys. All right, so now I want to compare. This is the iPhone 6. It's got the more metal type of background. And here is the 8 Plus. And I don't know if this is, oh yeah, you can see now. You can see the difference. And this is the 8. And you can see that it's a little bit shinier, and because it's a different surface, and it goes right through. That charge comes right through that case. So now back to Yankees' question. So here is the cord for the Rode Smart Lav Plus. So now you can buy extensions for these, okay? But just to give you an idea of how long it is, it's not that long. Okay, so I've doubled it and doubled it a second time. And I just got to remember now that everything is backwards. Okay, so that's doubled twice, so you figure it's 4 feet or 3.5 feet or something like that. But Yankees, they have, in fact, I actually have it. It's on the other side of this iMac. I have one of those extensions that you can, plug into it. And so there's no, don't let that be a hindrance. And those extension cords are only a couple bucks, like $4 or $5. You just want to make sure you get a good one that, and you may even find one that will take the place of, you're on a Samsung, so you don't have to worry about this little piece right here. But for those of you who are on iPhone and you have that same concern, you would just go out and get one of these 3.5 millimeter to lightning port cords, and those you can get it in any length, because on Amazon that is a really popular item. So I encourage you guys to go over into my Amazon store and my shop over there. Let's see if we can bring that up. And I did add some products to it today. Have I ever used a cordless mic? No, and those are pretty expensive. And I haven't even done all the homework and research to find out which ones are the best, but I do know that the Audio Technica, the same folks that make the ATR 2100 mic, which is what you're hearing me out of right now, and I don't want to lift it up. I have it in position where I want it, but they have a really, I think it's about $400 or $500 for a cordless one that I've heard good things about, but there's different models and I don't know which one's supposed to be the best or any of that. So I have not had an opportunity to find out about that yet, but I will look into it. And then, if I get a chance, I'll send it to you. So just to give you guys an idea of my shop, it's amazon.com/shop/Eileen Smith. And when you go over, you'll see my daughter, her book is finally ready, even though it says currently unavailable. It really isn't. It's available now. In fact, let's just click into it right here. And so you see it's $18.99. So it's ready. And then there's the other mic. This is the one that I started off with, which is the CO3U Samsung, and then the Audio Technica, and then here's the stand that I have the mic on right now, and then I just put the Amazon gift card there. And so let me just scroll down. Here is the light that we started this all off with. This light here from Viltrox. Okay, and what people do with it is put it on their cameras, and I don't know if I said that earlier. I forgot to mention that. And I don't have one of these pro cams right now, but this is one of the real uses that folks have for it, and they like it because it's so easy to use. And yesterday when I did the Facebook live stream, I showed this little piece that you have to put onto the tripod. And, I figured out how to do it, even though it was a little bit of a struggle for me. I finally figured it out. And so this is the other lighting kit. And a lot of folks are always talking about these cowboy studio lights. This is another option for you. I've never purchased these lights, but it's one of the top sellers in my Amazon store history. So they must be really good, because I've had people come back and buy 2 and 3 of these kits at a time. So there's something about those diffusers that people really like. And then, of course, the windscreen. And, here's these Apple earbuds, the ones with the 3.5 millimeter. But I need to put those AirPods and all that on here as well. So, and just really quickly, a couple books that I want to give a shout out to. Joe Polizzi and Robert Rose did the book called Killing Marketing, and that's a great read. So if you're thinking about upping your marketing game, check that one out. And then also my friend Brian G. Johnson with the Tube Ritual. Oh my gosh, Brian G. Johnson, he's just been doing so many amazing things for YouTubers. And so I definitely want to give him a special shout out as well, and his book. Okay, so let's go back on webcam and I'll read your comments here. And the wireless Audio Technica mics are what I have. Okay, Barb, cool. I'm sorry. I'm glad I came over and read this, because I didn't realize that you had those wireless ones from Audio Technica. So there you go. Stamp of approval. Barb's using them. They must be good. And then I'm worried about audio and visual lining up, as I've had that happen on a microphone in the past. It would not line up in the audio with my video because it's a wireless, I guess. Yeah, the syncing issue. Yeah, that's why you definitely need to have one, just really go through YouTube University and look at the reviews, and just make sure, Yankees, that the folks that you're watching are using them outdoors, because that could also be the issue for you with the syncing problem, because you're outdoors. So you definitely want to check that out, right? And then, and Barb had a chance to read some of the book, which is the Anti-Hustle book. My daughter, I sent Barb a copy. She won a copy of it. And in a Patreon patron giveaway that I did, I guess that was last month. It's going to be time for another one of those. As we get closer to the holiday, I'll be thinking about doing another giveaway. And she loved it. And then the True Royal family came in and said, "Hi, Queen. Hi." In fact, let me close out Chrome so that I can bring up you guys' comments here. And then I'll go focus on that. I have over $500 in them, though. There are accessories. Barb, I'm assuming you're talking about the Audio Technica. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're not cheap. They're an investment. But, Yankees, your channel has so much promise and so much potential. I would definitely go ahead and make the investment in what you're doing, because you're you're doing a unique thing over there, and you're bound to eventually, um, your investment will definitely pay off, and it's even paying off now. I see your channel growing. Sure wish Amazon would separate our book and audio recommends into separate pages in our shops. And yeah, okay, Barb. I'm not sure if I ever thought about that, but I guess that's a fair point. I yeah, I never thought about that. I have to think about it. And what what I'm noticing is, like you said, with Audible, the Audible stuff is, even though Amazon purchased Audible, it's really still separate. Even when it's time for you to buy an Audible version of a book, you actually leave the Amazon website and go over to the Audible website. The apps, there's two different apps. Audible has the app and Amazon has the Kindle app. And, of course, they got countless apps. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's a companion website, and it's just totally, and I don't know if it's because they feel that it would, that website is more geared toward people who really like to consume audio content, and so it doesn't make sense for them to integrate it into the Amazon site, or if it's just one of those things they just didn't get around to yet. I'm not sure. I would love, that would be a great question for anyone who ever does like an interview with somebody from Amazon. Like my friend Jay Bear, he's always interviewing all the social media folks for all the different companies, Fortune 500 companies. And so it would be wonderful if somebody like him or any of those guys that do podcast interviews could get those folks on. I would love to know the philosophy behind why Audible is still separate from Amazon. And I guess because the Audible brand is still such a huge brand, they don't want to just bring it into the same website. That's just me. No way I buy Audible on Amazon direct regularly. That was integrated at least over a month ago. Isn't that something? When I purchase an Audible book, I end up on the Audible website. I don't have to log in again, but I see all of my Audible stuff is totally separate. So maybe it's been a month since I purchased an Audible book. So yeah, maybe they did change that. Great. Thanks for the heads up on that, Barb. Great. And Tish says she thinks it's well worth the money spent talking about the Audio Technica mics. Wonderful, guys. So, with that, did you guys have any more questions or anything else you'd like to see? Oh yes, the Jay's Bears podcast. Jay Bear is one of my favorites. He's one of my favorite people. And then the last episode, he interviewed my other favorite marketing person, which is Mark Schaefer. So listening to that is a real treat. Nope, I sent the purchase direct to Fire Tablet. Now I wonder if it's different on the website. No. Okay, so you're buying it from desktop though, but you sent it to your tablet. Oh, okay. I wonder if that makes a difference because I don't have any of those tablets. That's interesting. Our shopping experiences may vary based on device, right? That's funny because now I'm like, which phone goes back in which case? But I know because this iPhone 6, you can feel that. And you don't really realize that it's a metal. It has like a matte finish, but this glassy finish on the iPhone 8 Plus is, yeah, I knew right away which one goes in which outer box. Because I don't like my phones to be nude. I like them to be fully clothed in their outer boxes. All right. And so I just think I just used the wrong one for the iPhone 6. Yeah, I think I did. And it fit, which little think is a little strange, but that's okay because the iPhone 6 gets the white one. So guys, I appreciate you for being here on an early Sunday morning. This was sort of a makeup video for yesterday with the snafus, and we almost had a little bit of a snafu today as well, but we stuck it. You guys stuck in there with me, and I just know from now on that it's the last time I'm ever going to have my AirPods anywhere near my live streams. So I will not be, not, I guess, unless I'm using them. If I'm literally using them to do the live stream, that might be okay because then it's not interfering with anything. It's what's being used, right? So that might make sense. I'll keep you posted on that. All right. So have a wonderful day. And I thank you once again for joining. And if you want to consider becoming a patron, you can just go over to patreon.com/Eileen. I got some great things coming up for patron only events coming up in the month of December. So I look forward to you being part of the community over there. And I appreciate you guys. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye for now.